Greetings, viewers, and welcome to another episode of the Collection Crib. I am your host, Tyler Cloud. Today, we're going to be looking at the first part of my Dragon Ball Z Irwin toy collection. These are the best figures that I've ever had growing up. I mean, you want to talk about nostalgia, this is it. Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, Star Wars, and Bionicle were the big four growing up. And I can go on and on and on of how many times I've had so much fun with these toys. Battling, playing, you get the picture. Dragon Ball Z, Irwin was king.
Dragon Ball Z, the saga continues. In a world where evil has descended upon the planet, who will save us? Goku? Vegeta? Trunks? Time to join forces. This could be the final battle.
I mean, they released some of the best toys you can imagine until they were bought by Jakks Pacific in 2003. They did try to continue the wave until Bandai reacquired the rights. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's dive into the first series of the Dragon Ball Z 5-inch figure Irwin toy set. And let's start with Raditz, the long-haired brother of Goku, evil spark of everything. Look at that face. Hi, Goku, I am here to, well, beat some sense into you because you should have took over this planet. My goodness. I like the red armbands he's got on, the long black hair, brown boots, scouter that can come off his ear. It's actually his left ear. He can't put it on his right ear. You can put it back on. Actually, let me get a little shot there. That's pretty cool. A cool little scouter there. I'm going to put it on his left ear. But yeah, there we go. Saiyan armor, not too much, but not too much flexibility, but you can move his arms like the normal pose that most of the Dragon Ball Z Irwin toys can move. Saiyan armor. What can I say? Raditz was the one who sparked the entire attitude of Dragon Ball Z, and he needs his own movie. He needs redemption. Don't make him a joke, please. I like Raditz. A lot of potential with him. Up next is Nappa. Hey, everybody. It's me, Nappa. I'm just here to say, hey, I'm the best character in Dragon Ball Z, and you all know that because you will quote everything I say. That's my best Nappa, I'm sorry. A way taller guy than Raditz. Well, I shouldn't say taller, maybe bulkier, but the early Irwin toys were a lot more, I wouldn't say fragile, but their plastic is just more bitter, if that's a right word for these guys, because they improved on the toys further down the road. Like, they had better plastic and a lot better paint. Like, nothing wrong with the original Irwin toys. It's just like, I don't know. Something about the plastic that just kind of, I don't know, makes me afraid that it's going to break easy. But try not to think about that. These are great figures, and this is like the only Nappa until All-Stars start making their own figure of Nappa with Vegeta. But I love the Nappa figure, even though he's starting to lose his paint a little bit. But loyal to Vegeta until the end, until Vegeta killed him. Poor Nappa, fan favorite. Up next is kind of a half figure because he's part of the first set, but he's missing his master, and that's Turtle. Where's Master Roshi? I'm all alone. Turtle's just Turtle, nothing much to him, just a normal sea turtle. Brown, got like the yellow belly, a little bit of paint on there. I don't know why people are trying to fight with Turtle, but but yeah, I don't have Master Roshi. I found Turtle with just a collection of toys I found. I'm like, hey, it's Turtle, and it's the actual one from Irwin. So I wish it came with Master Roshi, but gotta give love to Turtle. So that is all from the first series of Irwin that I have. The other figures that are missing are Bulma with the Ginyu Frog. I know they were kind of having like that plot story with them, but didn't really go anywhere. And then Garlic Jr. with the orb. I guess that's the was it the Blackwater Mist container, I suppose. But yeah, I don't have Garlic Jr. or Bulma or the actual Master Roshi figure, but I do have Turtle. But yeah, these were the first series of the 5-inch set. And not a bad start, but where's Goku? Where's Piccolo? Where's the guys that, are the main characters? It's just nothing but villains and Master Roshi and Bulma. Kind of strange, but... Alright, Series 2. Actually, let me round off the ones I don't have really quick. It's actually just 2 of them. It is Chi-Chi and Dende. Dende and Chi-Chi are actually pretty expensive, but they're really cool figures. I just really wish I could pick them up, but hey, you can't have everything, right? So let us round up the... No! There goes the first series! Well, then again, it's not like we need it. Hey, let them disappear after I name them off. Alright. So Series 2, we have Trunks. Now this is when the toys started to get a little better. With the plastic and the coating and just the texture. Look at that. That is Trunks to a T. He's got his sword. You can easily, well, not easily, but let me turn his head a little bit. There we go. Just slide it right out. I'll let him hold it for the rest of the episode. I love Trunks, even though he gets kind of a mixed rap because he killed Frieza so easily. Personally, I feel like they should have had a multi-episode with Trunks and Frieza, like until the last second when Goku shows up, then Trunks kills him. But yeah, I like the blue coat and his silver pants, the sword and the purple hair, and Dragon Ball Super now he has blue. Got a little Capsule Corp logo there. Get a good zoom on that. There we go. He's got his belt and his yellow boots. Really cool. I like Trunks. One of my favorites. And now we're going to go to Krillin, the laughingstock, but the most powerful Earthling in the world. Look at him. Standing tall, proud, shiny head. I believe that's the Master Roshi logo. Leave a comment if I'm wrong, because I think that's his tutelage logo. But, yep, can't go wrong. This is actually one of 2 Krillins that, actually no, 3 Krillins that Irwin would release. There would be this one, the one with the Destructo Disc, and the one when he had hair in the Buu Saga. But yeah, this was the first Krillin with a blue belt, orange attire, and his little blue sandals there. Really cool. I love Krillin. People make fun of him all the time, but look at that. He's pissed off. Stop bullying me! I don't deserve this at all! I'm just Krillin! I'm the strongest Earthling in the world! I don't know if I can do the other Krillin. Like, I'm Krillin. No. Nope. Can't do that one. Nope. Some Dragon Ball Z voice are just not meant to do. And I can't do the famous Krillin voice. Let's go to King Kai. Oh, speaking of voices, I don't know if I can do King Kai, but King Kai is flexible around the arms. He's got his antenna, purple pants, which is actually kind of cool. Not too much to him, and he also comes with his monkey Bubbles. But where's Gregory? Like, I think Gregory would be kind of cool. He would be holding his mallet. I think that was kind of a missed opportunity. Like, why not have Gregory with him, too? But yeah, Master Roshi, or excuse me, I almost said Master Roshi. King Kai! King Kai and Bubbles are, I wouldn't say pointless, but, I mean, come on. Series 2? Why don't you wait till later to release these guys? Like, maybe have King Kai when he had his halo. I think that'd be kind of cool. All 3 of them with halos. That'd be kind of cool. But yep, those are all the figures from Series 2. And now let us move on to Series 3. And we're going to start with Berta, the blue member of the Ginyu Force. He hisses like a snake, and he's known for his speed. And he's got the Ginyu Force armor. He's got like pimples all over his arms, like a reptilian figure. And of course, he's got his Ginyu Scouter. Actually, I'm kind of not going to remove it just to save time and hopefully not just to ruin the thing inside. But yeah, not too much to Berta, but yeah, I think he is the tallest figure in the entire Irwin collection. Because I believe he is the tallest character in the show until Buu came along, I believe. leave a comment down below if I'm wrong. But yeah, Berta, he gets stomped out by Vegeta. Yeah, it ended pretty badly. All the Ginyu members got killed by Vegeta. Oh my god. Those poor guys. And speaking of the Ginyu Force, we have Jace, the Australian one for some reason, and he looks kind of out of it there. Hey, Captain, can you hand me another Captain Morgan? Let's see, he's got the red skin. He's got white armor with the shoulder pads. His arms are flexible, but this, the armor, kind of like with all the other Saiyan armor, kind of prevents the figures from moving their arms certain directions. But he's got long white hair with a black inside suit there. Not too much, but even though his look is a little silly, I think one of the smaller figures, even though Goldo wasn't released in the Irwin set, even though he should have, just like Raccoon. Jace, loyal to the end until Vegeta kills him as well. Poor Ginyu Force. Alright, let us move on to the Lord himself, Frieza. But even though second form Frieza is cool, he's not my favorite Frieza form. But he is the tallest Frieza form, and he looks badass. His expression there is top-notch, even though his eyes may be a little crooked, but it's no big deal. His arms are not flexible. They can just go up and down, somewhat sideways, but not too much to do, to have fun with. His torso does not turn, but his legs are really his main feature. They can bend in, the usual positions, except backwards. Why would you want to bend his knees forward? Ouch. And, of course, his long tail, which, of course, would get chopped off by the Destructo disc in the show. That should have been in a feature, of the figure, the part, detaching. But, yeah, I love this form of Frieza. The purple shoulder pads, and of course on his head, and of course the purple belly button. But second form Frieza is badass. The first one to hit 1 million, and I just love Frieza all in all. But we're going to talk about the other Friezas really quick. But that's going to do it for the first 3 series of... Let me actually grab the other one. The first series here. Whoop, there we go. So, that's going to do it for the first 3 series of Dragon Ball Z figures that I own. Because the other 2 that I don't have for Series 3 is Yajirobe and Chaozu. And they are expensive. I am not putting my money into that. I mean, I like Chaozu, but he's not worth that much. And why wasn't Tien and Yamcha released in the first 3? And where's Goku? The first 3 series of Dragon Ball Z 5-inch figures, and there was no Goku. Where's Goku? Okay, but enough about that. We're going to get to Goku later. But now, let us get to the first set of blasters. Now, this was the first set to come out before the 5-inch Irwin set. So what we got here is Super Saiyan Goku, base Goku, Piccolo with his special beam cannon, Vegeta, and the 2 figures we're going to talk about today is Frieza and Ginyu. All right, let me put the package back there, and let us bring out the, whoops. There we go. So let's start off with Frieza in his first form. Now, for the longest time, this was the only way to get first form Frieza. 2 things. From my recollection, I do not remember Frieza ever shooting anything from his mouth. And secondly, look at that. he looks so funny. But hey, I mean, this was my introduction to Frieza. Before I saw the show, before, I ever saw his final form, this was it. This was my introduction to Frieza. And let's see. His armor comes off. And of course, there's his purple belly button. Usual same. Let's compare the 2, actually. Look at that. Frieza first form and second form. One with the scouter, one with the sharper horns. Hey, you can't have everything. But yeah, Frieza is a lot way more fragile than the other toys. I wouldn't mess with him around too much because his arms can only go so much and his legs, if you mess him around, especially with the tail, you could snap the under area. But yeah, definitely be careful with this form of Frieza. But he's still cool. And just like the scouter can detach and reattach. But yeah, so many memories playing with Frieza because for the longest time, like my brother had Frieza and he was like one of the only toys that he had of Dragon Ball Z. And then when they really started to release the 5-inch figures, like, oh man, that's when I started getting them. Yep, and the armor just goes just like that. And actually, let me get the little ball here that it came with. But yeah, once again, the background showed Frieza holding the ball, but not having the ball in his mouth. So let me put the ball there. And there's a little trigger in the back. There we go. Nothing to it. And now let me get the other blaster of this series that I own. And that is Captain Ginyu, otherwise known as the narrator of Dragon Ball Z. Huh? I didn't know that for a while. But yeah, Captain Ginyu honestly is the worst in my series just because of his pose. You really can't do much with him. His armor, just the same as Frieza's, detach with those little knobs and holes you can reattach with. But yeah, look at him. Really awful figure. A lot of paint on him. Same ordeal with the trigger and the blaster, but I don't have the blaster for Ginyu. Everything else but the blaster. Put the armor back on there. Yeah, cool pose, but I mean, it's a good pose figure, but not really to play with. He should have been like a more flexible figure like Berta and Jace. Like, you had those two. Like, where's Ginyu? Like, really, 5-inch figures kind of missed the opportunity there. Yeah, his head can turn, and his scouter can detach, but it's so small. It's like the smallest scouter in the whole set. But, oops, there we go. Oh yeah, Captain Ginyu, not much to him. His pose is just strange, but part of the series, gotta talk about it. And now I'm going to conclude the first part of my Dragon Ball Z Irwin series with the 5-inch blaster series. Oh, actually, before I do, I almost forgot to talk about the striker. The first striker that I'm going to talk about is Piccolo. Oh, actually, I should have brought up that one wooden board that it came with, but I'll do that in the next episode of the Irwin collection. But what you do is this Piccolo, besides looking badass without his turban and his robe, is basically like a hitting figure. So what you would do is like you would move his torso and he would pretty much act as though he's like punching something. It's kind of cool. You can't move his arms like, side to side. You can move them, but you'd rather just let the torso do that for you. There you go. Oh, I'm so angry. But yeah, the first Striker series in the Irwin collection that I have, he's really cool. And of course his legs can move. And you can play with him too, which is really good. Really good Piccolo figure. One of 2 that they released for Irwin. All right, so now let's conclude this episode with the 5-inch figure blaster toys. And we're going to start off with Super Saiyan Trunks. Sorry, Krillin. Oh, well, gotta be Krillin, right? But yeah, Super Saiyan Trunks looking intimidating as ever. Look at that. It's like he can just stare right through you and just kill you. Goodness gracious. And of course, he's got his sword as well, which I think is kind of cool. Let me put it in his hand there. There we go. Yeah, look at that. Trunks, the same figure, just like his non-Super Saiyan counterpart. Although he is a lot shinier. And of course, he can have that blaster in his hand, which I'll get to the other 2 in a little bit. There's this Trunks that was released separately, and then this Trunks came with the time machine. I had that as a kid, and I wish I saved it. Ugh. You think you know things when you're a kid, but you don't. But yeah, Super Saiyan Blaster Trunks is awesome. And let's get to the other blaster, which I'll use to put the blaster in Trunks. And that is Gohan, the first Gohan figure in the collection that I have in this multi-parter episode. Gohan in the Namek Saga with his Beatles Mo Howard haircut and a little flaw there. They should have painted the back of his armor. But Gohan, look at that blaster. Oh my god. And his trigger is under his arm. I'm going to launch it in the set here. Go ahead, Gohan. Bam! Not much of a launch, but yeah, same ordeal with Trunks. His legs, or excuse me, his knees don't bend. His arms don't have much flexibility, but that is Gohan at his most pissed. My goodness. His potential was reached, and he took on Frieza in almost all of his forms. Definitely the underdog in the Namekian saga. And actually, I'm going to see if I can put the blaster in Trunks, because honestly, I think it'll gain a lot more distance. There we go. There we go. And Trunks, his launching mechanism is in his left hand. So go ahead, Trunks. Kill Frieza again. Oh, you hit Nappa. Really cool toys. And now I am going to end the episode on my favorite toy in this first part, and that is Third Form Frieza. He is awesome. Power level of 2.5 million. Xenomorph, alien, come on, who cares? It's Frieza. His tail that was cut short, of course, by the Destructo Disc. I'm surprised it didn't grow back when he grew this new form, but long shoulder plates, intimidating, long skull. Oh my god. This is my favorite form of Frieza. Pink skin, just like the other two. Let's see. And the blaster, of course, is on his right arm. Yeah, really cool. And actually, we're going to end the episode. I keep saying end and conclude a lot, but this is the one, I promise. I'm going to line up all the Friezas here, and we are going to end with them looking as cool as ever. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been my first part of my Irwin Toy Dragon Ball Z collection, and I'm possibly going to do 3 more. This will be a 4-part episode, if not a 5, considering of all the Irwin toys that I have. But this is the first set of blasters, the 5-inch figures, and the 1 Striker series figure of Piccolo. And there's going to be a lot more. There's going to be like... Oh, wait, maybe I shouldn't spoil it. But look, I'll line up all the Frieza figures. 1 original blaster, 1 5-inch blaster, and 1 5-inch figure. Surprised they didn't release like the Final Form Frieza in the 5-inch figure set, but I don't know. But I'm pretty happy with what they released, and so many different toys, so many different ways how to play them, and so many different variations. I can go on, but I gotta end it. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the first part of the Dragon Ball Z Irwin Toys collection, and I thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe, and tune in for more Dragon Ball Z Irwin Toys in the future and other episodes to come. And I will see you all next time.
Dragon Ball Z time capsule and action figures each sold separately.